Hello, my name's Rudy. This is the face behind the videos before, and I'm gonna talk about my car and everything that's done to it, and of course what's gonna happen to it. So it's kind of cool. This is the headquarters. This is my wife's car. I don't know, you can see, I don't know. Nice, beautiful, violet, electric violet. So yeah, it's kind of cool. So basically, this is the car, and this is the car I'm going to be competing in the drift season this year. It's nothing much. There's still lots of work needs to be done to it. It's kind of been left left alone for about a year and a half now. It's kind of a long time, and there's several issues why I didn't do it earlier. But this year I said F it, and I need to get that done. So about the car, I bought it. I actually bought it around 3 years ago. I bought it for the winter fun. That's why there is hashtag in the front. There used to be winter, but now it's just beater, and that's how the name stick with it. Of course, stickers, because they add power, and they look kind of cool. Well, most of them are going to be going off anyway, so it's fine. So about the car, about the interior, it's been all stripped out, like everything has been stripped out from it. It looks kind of shitty at the moment because it's been sitting in here for around a year now, and I haven't done anything to it, which is kind of a bummer if I'm honest. But this year it's going to be changed. I had slight issue in the past where my rear trailing arm went out, and it took the spare tire well, and of course, as I'm a proper race car dude, I thought, oh fuck it, let's just take it out and put just a slab in it, so it's nice and flat, and it looks really cool from behind as well, because then you can see all the diff and everything else, if I'm honest. So this is the back side of it. The exhaust was done by one chap called Boris. He done an excellent job to it. Kind of kept everything stock apart from the back exhaust. This is the back. Everything is redone, rebushed. Done this before the car went into the garage. All the brakes, brake lines, so on, so on. The suspension is going to be changed in the back because Conies have done their fair share of work already, but we need something new and something cool. So yeah, the exhaust is stuck. Basically, just the back box is changed. Originally, this car started with 1.8, but due to my driving, I would say, and not giving a heck, basically that engine stopped working after a month and a half, so the rod came out. It's kind of cool. It was minus 25 at that time, so when we did the swap, the garage wasn't heated properly, so it was one fun week where basically I froze off, and it was kind of bad, but we done this, and we put in M52 B25, or as they call it, 2.3. It's fairly lively, if I'm honest. That's why I'm not really bothered about swapping the engine at this point. Basically, what else I can tell you about it? It's fairly straight. Doesn't have major rust issues. Had some rust issues, but kind of swapped everything around. The side skirts, as usual, per E36. Let's actually see if it's gonna start, because it has been a while now. So let's see how it goes. Let's screw it on, so it may not start, but we shall see. We shall see. Oh, we got power. That's good. Actually, not too bad. Cold start. Burns like a kitten. I need to get done. Some exhaust bits, but it's fine. You can see, sounds healthy. The steering pump, it's very loud. I swapped 2 years ago, but I think it's time to change it again. What else? Don't know, seems cool. Of course, plus 10 horsepower, because this filter does the magic. Gives a lot of sound, but no purpose. So yeah, that's how it is now. It should be fine. So it's actually working, and that's pretty cool if I'm honest. So let's take this off. Oh, E8 98, nice smell if I'm honest. Okay, let's take this off. So yeah, this is the car. It's the beginning of it. Oh yeah, I broke the mirror when I was driving in a garage. Didn't pay attention, as it's in a slight angle when you need to get in. Kinda. That's my clumsiness. I'm gonna be sticking with these rims. I really like the look of them, especially on low profile. Kinda give the nice OEM look. They do have nice offset, so that's a good thing as well. Yeah, and technically the car is gonna be grey with some of this beautiful color. Can't really tell because, what can I say? It's just dirty now. So yeah. So it doesn't look much at now, but everything in good time. This is gonna be looking how it's supposed to look. So remember, it's been sitting for 1.5 years now. So that's why it looks so crummy. Some old wings that are pretty shitty now, because I kinda did a really bad thing when I was rolling them, and they didn't come out straight because I didn't tie the bolts down. So rookie mistake, but hey ho, you kind of learn from them. That should be fine if I'm honest. So yeah, this is, I could say like in Mighty Car Mods, this is my crap car, ready for, well, not ready for 2019 drift season, but as you can see, it's a good start. It's not too much, it doesn't need too much work, so that's kind of good. It's like suspension, but I'll need to do some spacers in the front rack, tidy the interior, need to paint it all. There's still some sound deadening left in it as well, so I'll need to take all that out. I think on a first practice it's not going to be painted yet, because it does take fair amount of work to get that done. So we're gonna see. If I have enough time and I'm not too, what can I say, lazy with the works and stuff like that, it should be kind of cool, and all that should be sorted in about 10 days. I got another job, so this is kind of like my hobby, joy. Just really want to do it this year, because you always find reasons why you shouldn't do stuff. But this year I only find reasons why I should do it. So that's the main thing, and I would say everyone needs to do it. Stop looking for reasons that why you can't do it. Not enough money, not enough time, other bits. You can always find time, and I'm doing this year. Competition this year in a street actually is going to be very competitive, because there's going to be a lot of 3-liter cars like M54s. There's 4 turbo cars as well. So technically I'm bringing a knife to a gunfight. But if I'm going to do what I'm planning to do with the suspension and everything else and proper setup, I think I should be able to keep up with the guys. Of course, there shouldn't be any start again. There shouldn't be any problems. But end of the day, there's always human factor. I can mess up, other driver can mess up. That's how it works in racing. So technically speaking, it's going to be a very hard season, but it should be fun, and that's what we are here to do, to keep it fun, enjoy, relax, make coverage of the drift events, make coverage of other people's drift cars, because in all fairness, they are very cool, they are very well made together, and the level of participants in Latvian drift season in street class is very high, because there's very good drivers, very good technique, the cars are amazing. It just shows how much it has evolved in last 10 years, because I was checking out like old videos from like 10 years ago and stuff like that, and there were actually guys driving 1.8 IS engines with open diffs, and they were just smashing it, flooring it, and when you compare it with the level now, it's completely different. So it's kind of cool. It's cool to see that people are actually evolving and taking it seriously. So yeah, that's kind of my view on it. End of the day, as I said before, here to have fun. I know the car doesn't look much now, it needs a fair amount of work, but everything is plausible, everything is doable. Just to get back at work that needs to be done. So, suspension, oil change, filter change, like the gas filter, everything else. Need to sort out the front air intake, because I kind of like the sound of pod filter, but I don't know if it gives anything good. I think if it's more like a race car on a track, it's okay, because the air filters doesn't get too dirty and you don't need to wash them, because when I had this car on the street, I was washing filters like every week, every 2 weeks, because they got really clogged up and really dirty, and if they got clogged up, don't have enough air, and or shit may go into the intake manifold and go further, and you can damage your engine. So that's the story. Then need to change the front radiator, flush roll the system, because I got antifreeze in it. Need to put water in it with some additives, so it's racing legal, because they don't allow antifreeze, because it's very oily. If something happens, they have really big trouble cleaning it, if I'm honest, from the track. So I understand that, that's all fine. Sort out the battery, because it's kind of crammed in there. I think it needs to go to the back. Interior needs to be painted. Need to set in the racing seats that are fairly like road legal. Need to sort that out. Hydro handbrake, that needs to be in. Sort the exhaust out. Go through every nut and bolt in the car, because I know it's strong, it's rigid, but still need to make sure everything is how it's supposed to be, instead of just hoping it's gonna hold together. Hope is for I don't know who. You don't hope, you just do it. That's another thing. What else? Need to sort out sponsor for the tires, or someone who can help me with it, because I'm kind of like, I'm not hoping someone is gonna give me free stuff, because it doesn't work that way, but like little things helping me to mount tires and stuff like that, that would really help me. But that's in the next videos or somewhere in the future, like near future. What else? Yeah, it's still really cold in Latvia. It's like +3 or +2, so it's not really nice. So that's why jacket and stuff like that. Yeah, so this is kind of like the headquarters where everything is gonna happen. Yeah, I've got Tupac with me, as you can see. He's here all the time. He's helping me. Cool guy. Yeah, just a little roam around about the garage, like stuff everywhere, like usually. So yeah, just have a check. All the shelves, like everything's properly done. There's not too much clutter, so it should be fine to work with. Need to make a workbench as well, because this is the only thing I have now, and it kind of sucks. But what can you do? Yeah. So that's how it's gonna be.